Welcome back to the Asylum.
I'm Kane.
I'm Jasean.
And we
are
the
the
Arkham
Arkham
Inmates.
Inmates.
And today we have another
Dimes
Fancast
roll.
Friday. Thank you for joining us for another week. And we are going to be fan casting for one of Zack Snyder's best superhero films. And no, not Man of Steel. We are fan casting for The Watchmen. I love The Watchmen. I think they're a really good team. I think it's very dark, very, decrepit, very fucked up. If you're a fan of The Boys, you would be a fan of The Watchmen.
I'm a big fan of The Boys. I can quote a lot of The Boys. I fucking hate The Watchmen. I fall asleep in that movie.
I think it's one of Zack Snyder's best. The cinematography, the storytelling. Also,
Rorschach's Journal.
The
2 years of nights.
the casting of that movie was phenomenal. I think everyone just hit their fucking mark perfectly. Dr. Manhattan was done so well, but also, I mean, from the comics, there's a lot of great things that are translated into the movie. But aside from the movie,
You like that actor who plays Rorschach?
yes,
Fun fact. We have the same birthday.
that actor,
Yeah.
James O'Reilly,
Yep.
or James Earl Haley, James
Earlman.
James Earl Haley.
James Earlman.
It's not Earlman.
Like the coffee.
James Earl Haley,
Early man.
or James Earl Riley, or something like that. But
Early
he
bird
played
gets the worm.
that guy. He played Freddy Krueger in the remake, which was terrible. And his Freddy was kind
I
of
thought
cool,
it was good.
but nah, that was terrible.
That was a good remake.
I don't think so. But I really loved his Rorschach. I think that's one of the standout pieces. Also love. I forget his name every now and then, but he plays Negan in Walking Dead. Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I love the comedian. He played the comedian very well.
Yeah.
He played it really well. He played. I mean, the comedian in the comics is really fucked up. So when they're in Vietnam and
With
he's
Ice Cube and they're fucking
just
shit up. Is that the right movie?
no.
Oh, sorry.
When they're in Vietnam and Dr. Manhattan's like, "Oh,
Ice Cube was
you
not
killed
in
her."
that movie? I swear to God, Ice Cube was in that movie.
Watchmen?
Yeah.
No.
Are you sure?
You're doing another bit.
What are you talking about?
Stop doing the bit. Watchmen? No. Ice Cube is not in Watchmen. But I fucking love the Watchmen. They're a great
You fucking love what?
And so we're gonna get right into the fan casting for Watchmen. All right, so we are gonna get right into the fan casting for Watchmen. Now, if you don't already know how this goes, I go first, Jasean goes second, and go watch all the other Fancast Fridays that we have. We have so many, and we just would really appreciate it if you just go through the playlist. So going on to my Watchmen fan casting. Mine is called Watchmen: Mission to Moscow. Here is my movie. Dr. Manhattan has been off planet for over a year now. Rorschach and the comedian have been on a covert mission to find Niteowl. He went missing during an undercover mission into Russia's secret nuclear weapons facility. Last recorded vocal message they got from him said that he found a lab inside one of the missile silos, and they're not making bombs. They're trying to recreate and then static. With Silk Spectre helping with comms and giving them guidance with the UAV, Rorschach and comedian enter into Russia's most dangerous and top secret nuclear sites for a rescue mission. But what they find down there just might end the world.
What'd they find down there?
That's my main villain when I get to it. So my main villain is Dr. Moscow. So that's why with their Niteowl says they're recreating and then static. So Moscow was making their own Dr. Manhattan.
But he's Moscow.
Yeah.
Russia. Okay.
Well, because
They're in Russia, and it was in Moscow. I'm sorry, Dr. Moscow. Because the Russians are making it, right? That's I'm actually asking.
no, you're doing a bit. Again, I told you, I asked nicely, please don't do any more bits.
I'm genuinely asking this.
You know for a fact that Dr. Manhattan is called that because of the Manhattan Project in New York where he atomized.
Yeah, I'm saying Russians are trying to make their own version.
In Moscow!
So
So Dr. Manhattan, Dr. Moscow.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, because it's in Moscow.
Everything's a bit to you. So my main villain is Dr. Moscow. He's going to be a kind of a carbon copy of Dr. Manhattan. They're trying to recreate that. The Russians have their own Dr. Manhattan.
It's like Soldier Boy.
Sure. Sub-villain are Russians. So the Russian scientists.
Always.
Cameos, only one cameo. I have Ozymandias. So it's Ozymandias.
I'm not doing a bit. I have no idea who the fuck Ozymandias is.
Ozymandias is the main villain of Watchmen.
Well, I didn't like Watchmen and I fell asleep in it. So
my cameos are going to be Ozymandias. Just he's going to be at the end of the movie. That's going to gear up. It's kind of, this might be like a little prequel to the beginning of like Zack Snyder's thing. It could follow whatever, but Ozymandias would be the next villain. So for my cast of Rorschach, I have Sam Witwer. He plays, he's the voice actor for Darth Maul from the Clone Wars, but he also does a lot of stuff. He's also Starkiller in Star Wars. He's a big Star Wars fan, but his voice, he gets it very low, and I love it. It was very hard for me to find someone that plays Rorschach better than James Earl Riley. I think that's his name, but it's James Earl is his name. But it's one of those things to where I really wanted to do something that was different than James, but I love the way that James did it. Jackie Earl Haley. That's where I'm fucking it up. Jackie Earl Haley. So, yeah, Rorschach is going to be Sam Witwer. I think he could fucking kill it and bring it. And I'm also thinking Rorschach, he never takes his mask off. We don't need that. It's just going to be fully masked Rorschach because that is his face. The comedian, Robert Pattinson, I think he could really play a fucked up character. After watching Mickey 17 and some other stuff where he's really fucked up in, I can really get to see him as the comedian. Silk Spectre, I wanted to go with a very good-looking woman, so Ana de Armas. Just very good-looking woman, but also the Silk Spectre suit and just the brown hair long. I think it fits her perfectly. Dr. Manhattan himself. Now, he is going to be off-world for most of the movie, but he's going to come back because when Dr. Moscow gets made, they're going to have Dr. Manhattan come and help. So Dr. Manhattan, for just a little bit, he's going to be Tyler Hoechlin. I think Tyler Hoechlin in the whole get up. I really like how Zack Snyder did. I forgot that dude's name, but he played a great fucking Dr. Manhattan, which is a very emotionless character, but filled with emotion. It's very weird to play him, but Tyler Hoechlin's a phenomenal actor, and I think he could really kill it as Dr. Manhattan. Niteowl, I went Taron Egerton. He's the guy from from the Gentleman Kingsman. Yeah, I really love him in like that movie of all of his fighting combat. So I think he could bring something to Niteowl. For Dr. Moscow, for the copycat of Dr. Manhattan, I went Ralph Fiennes, which is a dude from The Menu. Also, 28 years later, he's the German. Usually plays the German dude, but he's the Voldemort. I keep forgetting that he's Voldemort. Ozymandias, Dave Franco. So I really wanted Dave Franco just has that, he was in Together with his wife, but both Francos just have that, like, I want to punch you in the face type face. They have that snidey, like, I'm the best around. Like, Dave Franco definitely has that more than his brother. But I just really think he could pull it off as, like, a cameo at the end of, like, oh, Ozymandias is here. Nice. Even though he was a part of the Watchmen. But it's kind of leaning more towards the covert Black Ops mission, like, getting it out. That's why Rorschach Comedian, I like that duo, going to save Niteowl, and more of, like a spy movie. Rather than that. So, but that is mine. Let's see what Jasean has in store. All right, we're going to get into Jasean's Watchmen Fancast.
Mine is, keep in mind, I'm not a big Watchmen fan. I took this from a comic and I put my own spin on it.
Cool.
So, inspiration with my own take. It's called Watchmen, Deadly Love Letter. 10 years after Rorschach's death, the world thinks the age of vigilantes is over, until a series of grim murders appear, each accompanied by a cryptic note signed Rorschach. Detective Angela Cross immediately notices the killer is mimicking Rorschach's style, leaving her to suspect the copycat is at work. Reluctantly, she teams up with the retired Niteowl, whose experience helps them analyze the killer's patterns as they dig deeper to uncover a conspiracy reaching into the government with secrets from the original Watchmen that could ignite chaos all over again. But who is really behind the mask, and how far will they go to make Rorschach's legend alive again? So basically,
I know what comic.
You know what that is?
Yep, I know what that is. Pretty cool. I like that. I love that. It's a really good comic.
You like that guy? Okay. Well, my own spin on it was originally about like aliens or some shit. I didn't go. I hate fucking aliens. So he knows. That's another thing you recently learned about me.
No, okay. I don't mean to. God, I don't want to rant. I'll wait later.
So let's go cast first, and I'll explain how my story mixes with the cameos. The cast will be Angela is Alyssa Diaz. Have you seen The Rookie?
No.
She plays a detective in The Rookie, and I actually like her. I think she'd pull off a good detective in like a darker film like this. Owlman, Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges, sick. Yeah,
Those
as
older.
an older night. Yeah, that'd be cool.
And I came up with the name for the villain, the killer that's copying, as Inkblot. Just, because the...
Yeah, the face.
You remember the black dude from Get Out with the hat whose nose started bleeding? He said, "Get out."
Oh, man, he's in so much other stuff. He's in Atlanta with Childish Gambino. Yeah. I know that dude, yeah.
This Stanfield.
Yeah. I know that dude. Sick actor.
So for the cameos, because it feels more Rorschach focused, but Niteowl's in it, and you're gonna have a bunch of cameos that keep repeating itself.
Right.
You're gonna see the old. I wanted to keep the cast the same.
Yeah.
You're gonna see Flash. I wanted to keep Rorschach the same as well, because you're mainly just gonna hear his voice, and you're gonna see the new actor, the killer. So you're not even really gonna see. It's gonna be cameos of flashbacks of explaining the conspiracy.
Yeah.
Once
Giving you exposition on it.
Once you get to that point. So my thing was, in the flashback, we'd see a conspiracy on how the government was using costumed heroes to do political assassinations for America, like crazy, shit, American shit. And the killer, he was a diehard Rorschach fan, found his journal. He's like a sadistic fuck in the head. So now he's killing people who are linked to the political families or whatever with Rorschach little thing.
To make
in my head I was trying to go more of like a vibe of the Batman. You know how the Riddler.
Right. Yeah.
So
it's more of like a Zodiac killer type thing.
I like that better in my head rather than fucking aliens.
Yeah. I can see it like that.
But yeah, that's
solid. But is it gonna beat mine? All right, so you've heard both of our movies. You've heard mine, Watchmen, Mission to Moscow.
And mine, Watchmen, Deadly Love Letter.
Which one would you rather go see? If you had to choose the powers of Dr. Manhattan or the powers of the Beyonder, which one would you rather go see? Would you rather see his, or would you rather see mine? I mean, yours sounds really cool. Both of ours are very covert ops mission, like very detective, very spy. Mine's more spy-y, but yours detective. I would kind of lean towards mine because I love having Moscow recreate their own accident, what Dr. Manhattan was, and them trying to do that with Dr. Moscow. I would really like to see that. But I do like yours of having this idea of the copycat. Is Rorschach back? Is he not? Did he really die? Did he not? And then having Inkblot being this kind of legacy of him, and in very Zodiac. I really like that too. Very Batman with the Riddler.
You can have my ticket. You can go see whatever you want. I'm not going to either one of these.
Yeah, I will go to both because I love some Watchmen stuff.
They're probably going to be directed by Zack Snyder. He's going to make it real
That's
slow.
Fair. Yeah, that's fair. I enjoy that. So
it'll be fucking 3 hours long.
Yeah, it is. The director's cut's 4 hours. So
when are we going to hit the climax?
Yeah, right. But other than that, let us know what you guys think. Which one would you rather see? And we thank you guys, for subscribing, watching all these videos. Make sure you like, subscribe, everything down below. And hopefully you'll be back for next week for another Fancast Friday. But we thank you for being one of the inmates here at the asylum. Peace. Oh, just rude.